Hey guys, Colleen here, and I'm back with another video. This one was really very requested. I posted a picture of two palettes in the Beautychatroom group. I will insert it in here, and I asked members whether they wanted to see a video on, you know, fakes, right? Well, due to overwhelming response, you're getting this video. These are the tips and tricks that I would recommend when you're purchasing makeup products. Some of them will be applicable to, I guess, purchasing online as well as purchasing in person, you know. This is basically to safeguard, you know, because a lot of people, a lot of unscrupulous people out there prey on, you know, the poor unsuspecting consumer, you know, and, you know, basically sometimes what you buy is not always what, you know, you intend to purchase. What you get is not always what you intend to purchase, you know. So this is some quick tips that I use to safeguard myself as a consumer that I want to pass on to you guys. Of course, some of it may not be applicable. Some of the information, some of the tips may not be applicable in your particular circumstance, but I think as a consumer it is our duty to educate ourselves as much as possible before we make that decision to part ways with our money, you know. A lot of us, I mean, we work for our money, you know, and oh frig phone, let me just lower you down, right? Yeah, so a lot of people, like, you know, they want to get value quality for the dollars, you know, and sometimes we fall in this trap that, you know, we see a good deal and we jump on it and we think, yeah, we made way like a bandit, and then we got hit with a 6 for a 9 situation. So if you wanna, you know, hear some of my tips for safeguarding, stay. So this particular fake episode relates to an up-and-coming indie brand that has been making waves in the makeup industry. Their shadows, in particular eyeshadows, are extremely pigmented, and because of that they've become such a high in demand brand, so much so that dupes, imitations, fakes are coming up out there because they're seeing an opportunity to make a little extra cha-ching ching, right? This is the brand I'm talking about. This is the Juvias Magic Palette. I would have purchased this online, the website, for $35 US. I believe it is on sale now if you're interested in getting it. It's like $20 something. They tend to have sales pretty often. I couldn't wait, you know, because this was on the website for a pretty long while before it went on sale. But if you can exercise a little more self-control than myself, you could probably wait. They usually release eyeshadow palettes quite often. I think all of the, I think that's something I hid there, oopsie. I think all of the eyeshadows, save and except, I think probably 2 were last year releases. I think the first 2 eyeshadows were last year releases. No, Alliance Was it 3? No, 2. And then, no, 3. Yeah, 3. I'm confused. 3. I think 3 of them were last year's, and then the rest were like releases this year. And they have about 7 or 8 or 9 palettes now. I can't keep up. I have 4 of them. I'm contemplating getting the rest, but I'm still on the fence about it. But I have no issues with the quality, right? So these tips and tricks are first and foremost for the consumers, the customers who purchase online like myself, right? First tip, purchasing online, go directly to the source. You're guaranteed to get an original. So if, for instance, you're looking for the magic palette, go to Juvias.com, right? Most websites do take international credit cards. If you're purchasing, I would highly recommend you create a PayPal account, because the PayPal account gives that added protection security that you need as a consumer, so that when you make an online purchase, the likelihood of your credit card information being phished is greatly reduced, as opposed to putting your credit card information directly on the website. We all know what happened with the line crime situation, you know, which is really unfortunate for a lot of customers. A lot of customers got their information swiped and their credit cards maxed out, you know. So I would say first tip, purchase directly from the store. Okay, my second tip for those consumers who purchase online, but you have to purchase through a third-party seller because for some reason the site does not accept your credit card, right? When you're purchasing from a third-party online seller, know that the price that you're going to pay to the third-party online seller is going to be more expensive than getting it from the source itself, because at the end of the day that third-party seller has to make their markup in order to make some kind of profit on the item. So usually it will be the cost of the item that is for sale, which you can easily find out on any of the websites that carry it as a legit distributor or the site itself, and then you will see what their markup is, and that is a kind of tip off to you that okay, chances are the item that they are reselling is an authentic product, right? Now I'm going to tell you now that it's not necessarily a guarantee, because I'm going to demonstrate with this next situation here that this was not a guarantee. Right, now I must tell you that it's not an absolute guarantee that with a third-party seller that the marked up price on the item is a guarantee that the item is authentic. Case in point, now this is the authentic Juvias palette that I purchased in the box, and the box, granted it's beat up, does have the description of the palette. It speaks of the ingredients on the palette and basically the theme, right? And I took out the plastic, but this is what the palette looks like. It's huge, alright? And you see the colors here with the names and everything. Now, I would suggest that when you purchase it and you get it, you examine the product and compare it to what is advertised online to see if it is in fact legit. Now, getting back to the markup price is not necessarily an indicator that it is legit authentic. Case in point is this one that I purchased off of Amazon. Right now, we all know Amazon is a little more legit than eBay. eBay is like the wild west of online purchases. It's like, it's really a true gamble. You really cannot tell what you're gonna get till you get it, you know. Case in point, this here was purchased from a third-party online seller, and it was sold at a marked up price. Right now, you would think, right, that it would be legit, but look at the price, the size, like, and it didn't even come in a box. It came in a sleeve, right? It came in a sleeve as opposed to a box, and look at the size comparison, right? Now you really cannot tell that, you know, until you get it, right? This is what the inside of the fake looks like. Again, when you get the product, examine the colors, you know, with the legit online website, and as you can tell, totally different. Like, I mean, if you really sit down and look at it, you'll notice that it's not even close. You know, it's a okayish dupe. I'm sure they're better, and I don't even want to say it's a dupe. A dupe means it's following the same theme, you know, it draws inspiration of, but this is a fake where they're legit trying to copy, but they didn't copy quite as well, you know. So with this one, the online seller, of course they've since disappeared, marked this up, I think by $5, right? $5 from the original price. And when you see it, this is nothing compared to. Now, to safeguard against this, getting something like this, I would suggest to you, because this is what happens. Now, as legitimate as Amazon is, Amazon also carries a lot of third-party online sellers, who, of course, could sell and peddle anything they please. All right, now you can report them to the Amazon online site. That I did for this, and I think the seller has since been banned. But to safeguard, even before it reaches this stage, this is a little tip I will suggest to you. Now, the good thing about Amazon is that it has features within the account where you can contact and speak to people and transact, you know, before shelling out your money. So what I suggest you do, go in a feature that facilitates open communication with the online seller, and simply ask them for their electronic receipt of the product. Right, and they can screenshot it and email it to you, and you can determine from there, okay, this was purchased on the Juvias, you know, website, because at the end of the day, the price is no secret, you know what I mean, segment of the knowing what you're buying. This deals with the in-store purchases and third-party peddlers in person, right? Now that dealt with online. Now I would suggest, especially to the people in, now this is with respect to people in Trinidad and Tobago, I could only speak on that. I do not know what it's like in other countries, other territories. So I mean, if you're from another country, you know, you can tell me what's the situation like there, but I really can't comment or advise on it. I can only comment on what's going on in my backyard, which is Trinidad and Tobago. So anyways, now there are a lot of customers in Trinidad and Tobago, for one reason or another, do not wish to purchase these items online. And that's fine, because sometimes it just makes more sense to pay for it here through a retailer, whether it be a Facebook retailer or a standalone store, kiosk or whatnot, you know, because we have to deal with the fluctuating exchange rate, we have to deal with taxes, import duties that, to be quite honest, I honestly do not know the rhyme or reason, because whilst the rates are constant, customs perception of the value of an item is very subjective, and because of that you run the risk of item that is cheap being very expensive to clear. Like the customs to clear it is more than the value of the item itself. So that being said, it's pretty understandable for some customers to just simply want to avoid that hassle and that headache and purchase it through a retailer, and that is fine. Right now, in terms of selecting a retailer, my advice to you is, one, ask for recommendations, right? And ask for recommendations of people who have purchased items from that retailer and can give you a first-hand testimony of the service and the product that they provide. You know, don't go to a recommendation and the person never purchased from there. No, I either purchase some of my items through a local retailer, be it a standalone store or a Facebook seller, or have received gifted items from friends who would have purchased from those retailers, you know. So there you kind of develop and you build a relationship of trust, because really and truly there should be an element of trust between the seller and the purchaser, you know. The seller must trust that the purchaser will purchase the item if it is one of those arrangements, you know, where you post something and the message, or the customer trusting that the item that they are purchasing from the seller is in fact authentic, right? Now I will list in the description bar below all the legitimate Facebook sellers that I can think of and have had, if not a personal dealing with it, but a very trusted friend who has had personal interactions and dealings with that seller, you know, to, you know, assist you in terms of making a future purchase. Now, you do come across those who would have purchased, in Trinidad we like to say try a thing, you know, they buy a couple palettes and they're like, okay, let me see if I can make a quick buck, so I'll resell it, you know, resell it at a marked up price. Now again, I would urge the customer to be a little assertive in terms of getting information from that seller and ask them. Trying to remember where I stopped off from. Okay, yeah, in terms of the local peddler, I like to call them peddlers because they don't have a store per se or a registered business name. You know, they just pick up a couple of pallets, they want to make a quick buck, no worries. I would say ask them for their online receipt, let them physically show you it, or if you're arranging, let them screenshot it and send it to you as confirmation that yes, I bought it from Sephora or Juvias Place or MAC or free. So any item it is that you're interested in, let them show you the receipt, whether it be a physical bill that they would have purchased in a store, you know, because Sephora gives bills. Let's just say they do have bills if you purchase in the store. And online receipts, you get the online ticket that shows you, you know. If they're unable to do that, I would say no. They probably got it from, you know, some sketchy place, you know. The next tip is, if you see the advertised price from a reseller to be less than the price of the product with the conversion rate, that's a huge tip off that it is a fake. For instance, this costs 35 US and this typically retails in Trinidad for either 340 or 350 TT, and that is the catering of the exchange rate and the retailers, the peddlers markup price. Now, that being said, if you see this palette selling for some ridiculous price like 150 TT or 200 TT, there's a chance that it's a fake, you know. Also too, at the point where you're going to hand over your money and collect the item, before you hand over your money, examine the products, right? Now, it's very easy to take a screenshot of the item that you are interested in and be able to compare it to the item you have before you. There are a lot of online images of the product that you could compare. So like in this one, right, just to demonstrate, if I was purchasing this product, I would take a screenshot of this product here, and I'd be able to tell that, you know, some of the shades in this one don't correspond with the original, and I would know that it's a fake, you know. Even take along a friend with you who may own the product and let them size it up, you know, and tell you, eyeball it and tell you, hey, this is nothing like what I have. We as Trinidadians, we have this really bad habit of you buy and run, you know, and we don't examine the product, you know what I mean? And that's a big no-no. I think you should examine it as much as you can, because as the consumer, you have every right to, you know, and if it doesn't meet your specs, then walk away. It's not a necessary must, it's not a commodity, it's a luxury. No matter the price point, makeup is a luxury, it's a choice. You can walk away, you know. As a child, what used to annoy me, because my mom used to drag me to the market and she would feel up all the produce to know which one she's about to purchase. Adopt that mind frame in terms of feeling of the product. Now, you're not going to swatch it because you can't, because once you swatch, it's yours. But in terms of looking at little details, like for instance, on the spine of the palette, they took the time and put the name. On the spine of this, there is no name, right? And this could only come with a certain feel, like even the quality of the outside packaging. This is dull and lustless, and this packaging on this is quite vibrant, you know. Even the packaging that comes in the box, you know, this is a sleeve, you know. So those are basically my little tips. They're not many, but they're common sense tips, you know, and it would save you the hassle, you know. And this is just me now talking here. I would urge Facebook sellers to have a very robust return policy. You know, what I suggest you do is read up on the laws of our country to know what basically your policy should conform with, and establish and develop a policy and let your customers know in advance so that they have prior notice before they make the purchase, so they cannot say, I didn't know, you didn't say, and it just eliminates the headache, you know. So that is the only plug I would put to sellers out there. Just have a good and robust return policy that conforms with our laws, and let your customers know in advance before purchasing, whether it be some kind of signage or you put some kind of notice on your website or whatnot. Yeah, just let them know. And I think that's about it. I've been rambling enough. Hopefully you found this video helpful. You know, if you do, please give me a thumbs up, comment in the comment section below in terms of adding to the sellers out there who sell authentic makeup beauty products, because I would not know them all. So just let me know in the comment section below and tell me what video you would like to see next. The weather is looking very promising and I have to go out and do some errands, so I am going to definitely hit you guys up with the Fenty, because I got homegirl got some Fenty. Why am I talking like that? Yeah, so I really want to do a proper wear test in our environment, and the weather has been really off. It has been raining non-stop to the point where good friends of mine are really in a dire state, like houses flooded out, possessions lost, and it's like, and the government is doing absolutely nothing about it, and it just really pisses me off now, because it's not to say these things come as a surprise. It actually is a given that once it rains in Trinidad, it floods. So my heart definitely goes out to anyone watching this who is going through a difficult period in terms of that. I have gone through it myself, and it is just the worst feeling, you know, as any home owner, occupier, just watching your possessions be destroyed and there is nothing you can do about it. It's just the worst, absolutely worst. And I really hope, you know, authorities step it up and help people, you know. Again, rambling, you know, I'm always rambling, but you understand, I have a lot to say. So yeah, so the Fenty video will be coming up soon. I know I've said that in like 3 or 4 videos, but it's definitely coming up because the sun is looking beautiful. I have moisturized and prepped the skin for all this goodness, Fenty goodness. So I mean, that'll be the next one. So thanks for watching until that video. Bye.